proclamation.
If everybody could please stand. Oh, Heavenly Father, the Alpha and the Omega, this newly formed Civil Service Commission stands before you as your humble servant. For the firemen and the policemen for this great city, the great city of Freeport. As we take on this challenge, we ask that you give us the guidance, the patience, the knowledge, the selflessness to do what's right on behalf of the city and the employees that may come before us. Father, we want to thank you for this opportunity to be a servant, to use the knowledge, the skills, the abilities, the experience that you have given us in our chosen professions to be good stewards of your will and not ours. God, we ask that you continue to bless this city and you bless all the men and women that stand in the gap, that use their selflessness to run towards danger when others run away from it. Father, you ask that you bless these men and women and cover them with your cloak of glory and deliver them home to their families each night. We ask these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. Go ahead and start.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have the city secretary. Y'all go ahead and stand, and the city secretary will administer the oath.
Okay, if y'all can raise y'all's right hand and repeat after me. So I,
I,
and then state your name,
Ty Morrow,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office
of the office
of the Freeport Civil Service Commission
of the Office Civil Service Commission
of the City of Freeport,
of the City of Freeport,
State of Texas,
State of Texas,
and will,
will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and of the State of Texas,
and of the State of Texas,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Freeport.
and the Charter and ordinance of the City of Freeport, Texas.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, one more. So I
I, Ty Morrow,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed,
contributed,
or promised to contribute any
or
money,
promised to contribute
any money
any money
or thing of value,
of anything of value,
or promised any public office or employment
or promised any public office or employment
as a reward to secure my appointment
as a reward to secure my appointment
or confirmation
or confirmation
thereof.
thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is for y'all to elect a chairperson. Y'all can use whatever procedure you would like to do. Typically, there would be you go through a nomination, say I nominate a certain person, and then y'all have a vote. Y'all can follow whatever procedure you would like to follow. If you want to have a any person that's interested in being the chairperson, y'all could do that first, and any person that's interested or persons interested to be the chairperson, you could voice that to the other people in the group first, and maybe give a few words of your desire to be chairperson and how you would feel you'd be a good chairperson.
Speak on the microphone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I would like to be considered. I would like to be considered for the position of chairman.
I also would like to be considered for the office of chairman, and to establish the background in that, I've got 45 years of law enforcement experience. I have worked 25 of those years in a civil service similar system in Fairfax County, Virginia, so I'm familiar with both sides of the equation on the administrative side and as an employee. I've been an internal affairs investigator where I've investigated misconduct on behalf of the police department. I've been a chief of police in the city of Bryan. I've been a chief of police in the city of Freeport. And here for the Brazos Point Independent School District, I am responsible for the police department, the safety department, the security department, 17 campus administrators, 11,500 students, and 2,000 staff to make sure that they're administratively doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I would like to add my qualifications. I have been a union represented worker or employee for over 15 years. I'm familiar with the hiring process, grievance process, and contracts. I am currently a maintenance supervisor. I supervise union employees that are represented, obviously, by a union. I'm familiar with, the things that can come up with a contract and represent the company and at the same time be fair. I have had the opportunity to be part of a hiring committee or committees many times. I am familiar with the hiring process, interview process, and selection of employees.
There it goes. All right. I want to make a motion. We go ahead and elect Ty as our chairman.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah, that's fine. Make a motion and then somebody second the motion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor of Mr. Morrow being the chairman, say aye. Aye. All those opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so the motion carries 2-1. Mr. Morrow, if you would like to, you can take over the agenda now if you would like to, or you want me to provide whatever guidance you need.
Oh, we'll need lots of guidance till we figure this out.
Next time would be vice chairman.
So can we have a discussion on the vice chairman?
Follow the same procedure.
All right, so discussion on the vice chairman. If there's anybody that is interested in being the vice chairman, if I can, I've already had Mr. Hernandez's experience. Do you have your Mr. Experience, Mr.?
I'm in agreement. We'll go ahead and
Make
For
the
the
motion
motion.
that Mr.
Yeah.
Hernandez is the vice chairman of the Civil Service Commission. We need a second.
second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda, discussion on guidelines, future direction and planning. You've been provided a packet that has the section 143. That section contains pretty much every rule, regulation you need to know as far as what's involved in running civil service process. I would expect that, y'all have seen the presentation at the last council meeting. Y'all saw some presentations. You may have some knowledge or background about this, or you may not. What I would recommend would be that you, just to be better prepared, what I recommend is that y'all take those home and y'all go through those statutes, right? And get yourself as familiar as you can with because like I said, Chapter 143 has pretty much everything, the guidelines and the procedures in running a civil service process. So if y'all could go and then familiarize yourself with those. Set a future meeting where you will have two things. Number one, you can have questions prepared. Maybe you read something like, hey, I'm not sure exactly what this means. You know, can we get some guidance, some feedback on that? The other thing is, you know, in my experience, if you read through the guidelines and then somebody makes a presentation and you already read through it, you're kind of familiar with the material, it's a lot easier to absorb, you know, right, the discussion and participate in the discussion better. So, you know, what I would recommend is that y'all take those guidelines, the Chapter 143 home, y'all go through it, make your notes, figure out what your questions are specifically about moving forward, and then schedule another meeting sometime soon. And I know that there's a civil service conference also that's coming up, and I don't know if y'all are attending or able to attend. So y'all might take that into consideration before you schedule your next meeting. If y'all want to do the next meeting before that conference or after that conference, if y'all are able to attend or plan to attend that conference. But then, you know, basically, under the law, you have to have everything function and running by next October, right? Which gives you some time, right? But that time will go by in a blink of an eye, right? So, and there are a lot of things that y'all need to get together, especially figure out what your local rules are, what are your HR requirements and guidelines and those type of things. Also, y'all will need to, at a certain point, y'all will need to make a decision on who you want to hire, retain as the civil service director. That will be a great benefit to you because you'll have a person that their job is to support you, prepare materials for you, prepare agendas for you, you know, do all of the things that are required on the day-to-day, because this is not y'all's full-time job, right? So y'all will have somebody that it is their job to organize things, get things together, prepare things for you. And so I think that would be a great benefit to y'all to take care of sooner rather than later, right? So I would suggest that y'all pick a date here, if you can, here at the meeting, pick a date for your next meeting. And then also, once y'all pick the date, y'all will have time to make requests to put things on the agenda, but one item to put on the agenda might be to make a decision as far as a director. Because, like I said, having somebody, you know, that their job is to support you and take care of the details will be very helpful to y'all. So that's all that I have under 7, discussion guidelines, future direction and planning, unless y'all have some other items that y'all want to discuss or questions you want to
Yes, I have
ask.
some questions. In a minute, Mr. Pena. So are either one of you have the availability to attend the conference, the civil service conference at the end of the month?
I don't know yet. I'll find out here pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would, if we can arrange it, I know I'd have to make some arrangement with my boss to be away, but it might be an opportunity, one, for us to be able to get a better handle on the civil service process, but yet have some quality time to be able to bond while we're there and to meet with experts to get questions about our next directions. So if we can table setting the next meeting date until we can get a definitive either yea or nay if we can attend that as a group, as a team, without violating the Open Meetings Act rules for our
Correct.
attendance?
And so there's a couple of different ways y'all can handle that. Discussion just for scheduling meetings, picking dates or whatever, those are allowed. That won't violate the open meetings requirement, right? But under open meetings laws, which do apply to y'all, y'all can't have two or more people deliberate on any business, right? And so, and that includes, y'all can have discussions about what to put on agenda, but y'all can't discuss the facts. So you can't say, hey, we need to put this on the agenda because, I'm going to talk about blah, 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 and what do you think about that? Okay, now you're violating the rules, right? And so merely discussing or having emails just to say, hey, what dates are you available, that's okay. Or if you want to say, submit to the chairman, say, hey, I would like to put this on the agenda. You can do that by email, right? But you can't get into discussion of the merits of things that will go on the agenda. And if you need at any time here at the beginning portion, if y'all need to have questions or y'all need to communicate and you're uncertain about open meetings requirements, you can forward them whatever questions you have to me, and I can get it to the other members without it, making sure we don't violate any rules.
Okay, so before this meeting, can we get your cell phone number and your email address?
Yes, sir.
And I forget your HR ladies? Yes, Donna. Miss Fisher?
Donna Fisher.
Yeah, moving forward to ensure that we do not compromise or get into a conflict with the Open Meetings Act. So if all three of us want to go, then
As long as you don't, if you discuss stuff that's presented, that should be okay. If you discuss specifics about Freeport civil service, that would be, I think, where you would run into that.
yeah, so to protect against that, if all three want to go to the conference, then one of us need not go, so we don't have the appearance of having that occur.
No, it's okay for all three of y'all to go. What we'll do is we can post a possible quorum notice, but it's very common for councils and boards to go to conferences, right? So that'll be no problem for all three of y'all to go to the conference.
I'm more than happy to help you with registration, hotel reservations, all that. My office has that under control.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, and thank you for the advice, Mr. Duncan, but I, again, would strongly recommend that we not do that because we could give the appearance, a collusion that we may be having conversations while we're at the conference that are related to the Civil Service Commission, and to remove that conversation from the table, all three should not be in the same place at the same time, would be my recommendation. So we'll wait to see how everybody's schedule determines if they can make the conference, and if so, if only two of us can go, then we're good. If all three of us go, then we'll have conversations about one not going and just bringing back the information for the group. So, Mr. Pena, you had a question or a statement?
Good evening, Jeff Pena, Councilman from Ward A. Thanks you guys for coming out here tonight. Just one request when you guys are scheduling this next meeting. It's really tough to get here at 5 o'clock for residents, and for that matter, the other councilman that had asked about the timing of it all. And so I think a lot of people thought it was going to be at 6 p.m. So if we can actually help the community to get here, because most people get off at 5, that whatever meetings you have in the future, that we could have them at 5:30 or 6, preferably 6, because that's kind of like the standard time for most of these board meetings. That would be super helpful. And then I'd also want to encourage you guys to, the board, I should say, respectfully, to hire a director. And I'm not sure what the budgeting requirements are, but I think at this point it's relatively open. And so maybe kind of gleaning from other communities or other cities in terms of what they pay a director. And I'm sure council will, actually would be required to actually pass it if I'm not mistaken. And so that we keep it separate, and that you guys have somebody that y'all can lean on that's part of the commission. And then I also would kind of agree, well, not kind of, I agree with the idea, and I appreciate the sentiment of the appearance of impropriety at the conference. I'm not sure that bonding isn't necessarily the goal, certainly learning, and if there are two, I think that's a good idea to have two versus three. But I'm thinking, is it the majority? Isn't two the majority as well? So then, really, you can't even have two in one place, is that right? So at the conference, leaning on Mr. Morrow's theory on, or I should say opinion on having a majority and an appearance of impropriety. If
Yeah,
we have
the
two council,
quorum
if
is
we have
two.
two commissioners, it's the same.
Quorum
thing.
is two, correct.
Right, so just, the quorum isn't three, the quorum is two, just so that you guys are aware of that as well. And
So then I will change our motion. Who wants to go to the conference?
anyway, that's what I wanted to mention as far as the meetings, if we could please have the time at 6 PM. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Pena. So, any other discussion from the group? Is there other agenda items? Ju-
Unless you have any specific questions you want to ask now, but like I said, you know, in my experience, it's always more helpful to y'all be able to go through all the materials and be familiar, and then you'll be more prepared for having a discussion. And there's no limit on how many meetings y'all can have, so, you know. Yeah, if y'all don't have any other, there's no other business listed on the agenda, so unless you have any discussion about that, then the next time would be to adjourn.
So next question would be is if we, say we don't go to the conference, what is a better date and time during the week for us to call a meeting so we can get on board?
Tuesday at 6 o'clock, I think would be a good thing.
I'm okay with Tuesday, as long as it's not the second or fourth Tuesday of the month.
Hi, Danielle Kelly, City Manager. Just want to let you know that the second and fourth Tuesdays, we have either Freeport EDC or the Planning and Zoning Board here. So you might, if you want to hold your meeting elsewhere or pick a different night, I just wanted you to have that information.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
So the third Tuesdays of the month?
Sounds like a good one.
You good with that? Okay. So we will tentatively, until we hear back from Ms. Fisher on the conference issue, we'll try and schedule something for I guess that would be the 20th? Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's council?
Yeah.
All right, so-
Because of the MLK on Monday, so the third could be the regular, third Tuesday could be y'all's regular meeting, but this third Tuesday, you might need to change it to the day after, or that's what council did.
Yeah. So how does the rest of the week look for you guys? The 21st, 22nd, or the 23rd? Well, no, 21st or 22nd. Having meetings on a Friday is always bad at 6 o'clock.
I'm okay with 22nd.
Same.
All right, so let's, okay, no, we're going to reschedule again.
I'm sorry, the
That's
Board
it.
of Adjustment meets on the 22nd at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
21st conflict?
How about we push out to the week of the 27th?
27th?
If we don't go to the conference.
That is
Yeah.
the,
The
that is the
fourth.
fourth. That is the fourth.
Oh, yes, right, you can't do the fourth Tuesday of the month. All right. How about the conflicts on the 21st? I mean, the 22nd?
22nd is the Board of Adjustments.
Or about 21st?
21st is open.
And It's another item, I mean, y'all could meet in a different location too. I mean, they've conference rooms at the,
This is the last one, you get all the cameras.
okay, right. So were you looking at the 21st?
Yeah, we're looking at 21st.
21st, 6 o'clock.
I'm okay with the 21st.
All right, 21st at 6, we have a winner chicken dinner, so we. And the goal at the next meeting will be to have a review of the Chapter 143, any questions you may have, and then have a discussion about the director's position. If it's something internal, if we hire our own, or, how we want to make that look. So with that, beyond that, is there any other pressing issues? I see none, I hear none.
Congratulations, y'all are official.
Thank you. Call for a meeting to be adjourned.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Hearing no nays, we're adjourned.